Back everybody to another video. Today I have something extra special, one of my favorite cars ever made. Behind me is brand new Shelby GT350. Now if anybody knows anything about the Shelby GT350, it's a 5.2 liter V8, so one step above the GT, and you know, this is one heck of a car, making over 500 horsepower, manual transmission. If you want a real sports car, this is the one. So let's go ahead and get into it and see what it's all about. Shelby GT350 in this beautiful shade of this like a flat gray type color with these blue stripes. Its new stickers right about $70,000 before any type of market adjustment, so it's right in line with a lot of its other competitors, and it's also unique in its own way because, you know, the Shelby name is something that only Ford really has, because you think about the Dodge Challenger, I mean, it has a scat pack and all that, but it doesn't carry the Carroll Shelby name like the Ford Mustang does. So you know, this is one of my favorite cars forever. It's a lot of childhood favorite cars, so you know, I'm very interested to check out the exterior of this car, so let's get into it. Now, coming up to the front of the Ford Mustang GT350 Shelby, you have bi-xenon headlights with LED daytime running lights. Great grille. I love these blue racing stripes that they have going down the middle. You have that signature Shelby Cobra badge with GT350 underneath, Shelby written down at the bottom. Now, taking a look at the front, it has a really mean stance, especially with those amber running lights down there. When you see a Shelby GT350, you know it's coming at you. Coming around over here, the rims are really nice. I love these black with the Brembos underneath and the cross-drilled rotors. It gives it a really good stance. These are wrapped in 295 width tires, so you definitely have that handling ability. Again, you have this functional vent down the side, again with that GT350 badge. Black painted mirrors, which I think add to that stance. You have the side skirts at the bottom. Again, these are actually wider in the back. So Ford puts 305s on the back, again with those same cross-drilled rotors and Brembo brakes calipers. These are wrapped in Pilot Super Sports, which are one of the best tires. And of course you have that signature Mustang fastback design with these wider hips on the back. Coming up to the back, you know, you have your standard Mustang tri-column taillights. You know, with the sequential, when you put on the turn signal, you have the Shelby GT350 badge back here. And yeah, so the exhaust, we'll get a start up in a minute, but with it just running and idling, it has that really deep, grumbly tone that you associate with a Mustang. But without further ado, let's get a startup, should we? After hearing that glorious startup of the Shelby GT350, you may be wondering, so what exactly is under the hood of this Mustang Shelby GT350? Well, it's a 5.2 liter V8, and it's a beast under the hood, so let's check it out. So under this hood, we have that 5.2 liter beast made by Ford Performance in Dearborn, Michigan, as I'll show you in a minute. But this is this is one heck of an engine, and I think this might be an aftermarket edition right here, or maybe standard. I'm not too familiar with that, but the body is made of carbon fiber composite. But this is a used vehicle, so it may have an aftermarket one, but I'm not completely sure about that. But as you can see over here, you have this glorious plaque. This is Dearborn, Michigan. Again, you know, glorious V8. If you want a muscle car, this is one of them. This is up there. But let's put this prop rod down. I don't know why Ford uses a prop rod. I think they should go ahead and move to struts, but you know, I'll excuse it because they put a beast under the hood. But yeah, power-wise, this car does not struggle whatsoever. One good look at the side profile of this Mustang Shelby GT350. It's got that, of course, the Mustang fastback design. It's beautiful. This color is one of my favorites, especially paired with those blue racing stripes. This is exactly how I would spec my Shelby GT350. But coming up to the door, of course, you have the standard proximity key. Right here, you know, you have the little ridge. But hopping inside, of course, you have the frameless windows, and you have that signature Ford chime. Now, before we get in, we have the Shelby GT350, which I'll leave this for the owner to take off. But you have this great plaque that adds a really specialness to this cabin. And stepping in, you know, you have the normal Mustang door panel with you got some suede Alcantara right here. You have a plastic chrome door handle. Coming down here, more of that plastic darkened chrome. Power locks, power windows, everything you'd need. But coming inside, so it's definitely a little tight in here, but you know, there's door still sounds solid, even this is a little bit older platform. This suede steering wheel feels really nice in the hands. Right here in the gauges, you have a digital speedo. You have a lot of functions up front. You have your tire pressure, you have the RPMs, your speedometer. Coming over here, you have the normal Sync 3 infotainment system. Perfect, normal Ford stuff. Coming down here, this is the premium, or this is a Shelby GT350, so you have heated, cooled seats, some climate controls, you have a red start-stop button. Here's your exhaust mode right here. So if you want normal or sport, of course you want sport. So let's get some revs in that sport. So, you know, just baby revs, it sounds really good. Shelby GT350, chassis G4741, just make it feel a little bit special. Visibility is great, unlike the Camaro. I think visibility is perfect in this car. Getting to the steering wheel, it's really perfect. Turning, everything, modulation's all perfect. Of course, now getting to why you buy a Shelby GT350 is this manual transmission. Now putting in the clutch, the gates of this manual are really tight. You know, going anywhere. The neutral is really locked. It's a little bit tight, but not much wiggle room. But again, yeah, putting into first, second, going to third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. All the gates have low resistance. It's very free, really tight gates, which if you want to go fast, this is exactly what you want. Clutch modulation down there, as you can see. Let's see, that's a good view. Clutch, the travel is okay. It's a little bit far compared to what I would like, but it's not a big problem. You get adjusted to this really fast. The biting point is towards the back end. So, you know, you have a good 70% travel before the real biting point, which is right about here. So it's a little bit farther, but, you know, of course it's a muscle car, so this clutch is not the most forgiving thing in the world. But yeah, overall, the impression of quality in here is great. You have this visibility back here, which, you know, again, visibility, you cannot complain in a Mustang, which, you know, I'm impressed with. Coming down here, you have center console full of some stuff, a couple of USB ports. But yeah, this car overall, visibility is great. The interior is great. I have no complaints. I won't be sitting in the rear seats because, for obvious reasons, the trunk space right here is really good. It actually adds to that level of practicality that the Mustang always brings to the table. Even being a hardcore Shelby product, you can fit a good bit for a weekend getaway or anything like that. Closing it, of course, you have those blue racing stripes. You have this great black deck lid spoiler. Again, that Shelby GT350 badge. You know, I'm just absolutely in love with this car. There's no complaints with this car whatsoever. You know, closing it up, taking a look around, you have the GT350. I mean, this is one beautiful car. So, you know, wrapping up the video, I mean, this car is, out of all the cars I've reviewed so far, this is one of the most impressive. Wrapping up the video on this beautiful Shelby GT350, I'm sad to let it go, but big thank you to BMVW here in Union City. All their information will be in the description below. If you want this beautiful car, there are plenty more beautiful cars here on their lot. I would suggest you come pick one up. This car, I mean, for this price that they have it here, right about $50,000, you can't beat it. This car is beautiful. The spec is beautiful. It's very well taken care of. There's not a single scratch on it from what I can see. So again, a big thank you to BMVW here in Union City for providing this vehicle. That's it for me. Subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll see you guys in that next video.